Welcome fellow MyNBAs, I'm MyTyme, this is MyNBA2k16, and normally on a day like today I'll be bringing the latest event, but that's taken a back seat. Do you know why? Because there's a new mode out. Yes, you heard me right. Cat Daddy 2K Games, for some reason Blacktop Challenge has come out and it's got nothing to do with events, okay? It's completely separate. They have actually done something good. Now, I may be about to, should we say, berate the new mode and highlight a load of flaws with it. But that's not the point. The point is they tried to do something different. They tried to allow us, the casual gamer, during the week when there's no events on, to do something other than go, quick game, quick game, quick game, check my season, quick game. You know, now there is something that you can get involved in, something different to do. So for that, I say congratulations to them. My current season, I completely forgot about, as usual. Here you go, no energy, great, getting spanked. But I'll work on this in the next day or two, hopefully get myself through. I'm not having too much luck getting any, still no star rewards in these seasons. Part of the time though is because I haven't been energized, part of the time it's because I've ran into some better people. So we'll keep plugging away, try and get some star cards from those soon, but that isn't the focus of today's video. Let's have a look at Blacktop Challenge and see exactly what it is. Okay. Game rules: win victory points in 5 3-minute rounds. Okay, victory points 1 per round determines place next round. Total VP determines overall winner. Okay, right. So what can I win? Okay, what is all this? That's what I thought when I first saw this. What is this? For those of you that may be looking at this and saying exactly the same thing, picks here. These are just normal draft picks from your board. Okay, so you get these picks depending on your rank off the board. Now it's worth noting you have to do all your picks off the board before you can enter the next challenge. Okay, so if you get 120 picks, you have to take those 120 picks before you can enter the next Blacktop Challenge. Now with that said, we come back and we'll click on edit deck and you'll be asking, what did you do here? So you look here and this lets you pick your deck. Okay, now you look at it and you assume you're going to put in your best cards in the best position. What I did was I tried to put some of my best cards in their positions, because I thought it was like Road to the Championship. That's the one. Okay, so I thought this is like Road to the Championship. I want to have 2 good positions or so, and the rest can be meh. But it doesn't quite work like that from what I've seen. So I'm here going to put my people back into their positions, those of them which are like half decent anyway. Okay, so that is as good as we're going to get basically. Okay, so we're going to leave it like that. Click on proceed. So I'd say first of all, just put your players into position as much as you can. Put your best players in, put into position, because it doesn't work quite like Road to the Championship, and I will show you why in a minute. So we'll click on how to play, and I'm going to read you through this. Now this is awful. Okay, this is just awful in terms of explaining how to play, and I'm going to show you why when we actually get into a game. But let's go through it. In Blacktop Challenge, you play timed rounds against other players. You score victory points for beating a player after 5 rounds, one of the most VP wins. Okay, fair enough. Winning a game earns you VP. If you lose at the end of the round, 1 random card will be removed from your hand for every loss. Okay, and you'll be dealt a new energized card from your deck. Okay. Don't know what that really means, but okay. Each player you play is worth a certain number of VP based on whether they are above or below in your ranks from the previous round. Okay, makes sense. Let's move on. The first place player for the round slams everyone else's hand and moves a random card. Okay, yeah. Bonus VP award at the end of the round. Place where you go. Alright. Energy is drained to 0 after each round. Round ranks determine your maximum energy for the next round, with higher ranks capping out at lower percentages. Capping out at lower percentages. What? Okay. See how that works. End of round ties are broken by how many quarters a player won during the round. If you can't complete a full game, it's worth playing an extra quarter or 2 to win an event of a tie. Alright, fine. At the end of the game, final ranks are determined by total VP1. If you leave or active, okay, good luck, have fun. So I'm like, okay, I'm a bit unsure what happens here. I'll let you know, I have played 2 twice. Come third in the first one, first in the second one, and I'm going to play it now. But before we go in, the big tip I'm going to give you at the moment. Okay, once you actually understand how the game works, because it's confusing as hell for the first time, and I'm going to show you what I mean by confusing as hell in a minute. It's pretty much button bashing. Okay, you just sit there and you just smash that phone. You're like, come on, come on. That's all you got to do, because you need to learn out the layout of the game to try and get as many matches in as possible. That's going to be the best tip you're going to get. Once you learn the layout of the game, you're going to want to be able to hit that button as much as possible to get you to be able to be able to win the games, because it goes on how many rounds you win. So if you're taking time dallying, you're never gonna win the games. Okay, you have to literally just be pressing the button on your iPad, on your phone, whatever, as quick as you can. You don't do it on an emulator or something like this, because it's too slow. Okay, it's too slow and you won't win. For the benefit of showing you guys at home, I will play for this one, but otherwise I wouldn't normally. Now, Ultimate Creator, very quickly going to show you. This is confusing as hell. Okay, I've only just kind of worked out what it meant now. I've not gone on to a forum, I've not gone on to anything to try and learn what's going on. These are the rewards you can get. You've got up until the end of March, okay, to get the rewards. So cool, epics, legendaries, and stars. Now, if you scroll down the bottom, I didn't realise this because I've clicked on super. So you click the super, okay? This is what you need to do the super requirements. So positive here, it allows you to use things like level ups, your rookie contracts, your veteran contracts that you're not using, okay? You use those along with enhancements, etc. that you don't need. Now, it also says you need players. So if we look here, I have a Jamal Nelson, which I've locked for the sake of it. I also have a Cody Zeller, which I've locked so I don't feed him away. But as you can see, I'm missing, for example, Devin Booker here. So what you do is you make sure you satisfy every single requirement. So as you can see, of all the extras, enhancements and abilities, I've got a required number. I just need all 4 players. Once I've got that, I click create. Once I've got 9,600 of these points. At the moment, I've got 290. So quite a way to go. And I will get one of the prizes. And it tells you here that you have a 0.5% chance to get a star card. It says you can increase the star drop by feeding players from the team of the day into the recipe. So it's Mavericks at the moment. I don't have any Mavericks players to feed in because I've done a couple already, and that can be boosted up to 5%. Now I believe, I could be wrong here, I believe that once you have clicked on create, got your points, clicked on create, depending what your percentage is, that will give you your chance of getting one of the star rewards. Okay, I could be wrong. I don't think it increases the chance of a star drop outside of this mode. Okay, it doesn't affect your quick game or anything, it's just in this mode. So for example, click on basic here. The requirements obviously a lot less, a lot easier to do. The star drop is basic 0.05%. You can increase it up to 0.5% by feeding in people. And if we move across to ultimate, the requirements now are much greater. You need legendary cards to feed away. You need more supports abilities, harder ones. You need legendary and epic ones, as well as more contracts, etc., etc. And the basic star card drop chance is 7%, and you can increase that to 30%. Okay, same thing again by feeding away players from the team of the day. Now I'm going to imagine the team of the day will change as the event progresses, so it won't always be the Mavericks. It just happens to be at the moment it's the Mavericks. You might do in a day or two's time, it might change to Chicago Bulls, etc., etc. So what you're going to do is, once you fill up your card category, you're going to want to come to this, pick whichever one you're going to try and satisfy, and then start feeding those cards in to increase the chance of a star drop. Now obviously you're going to want to be doing the ultimate to give you the best chance of it. You can get 30% chance there for a star card, but you do need 48,000 points, which is going to be a complete and utter ball ache basically to get that. So I'm not too sure if I'm even going to bother doing this yet. I'm going to kind of just see how the event goes, as to how I play it. But let's go and actually get into the event and show you what happens. So you click on start, and you're going to sit here, and it's going to pick you out a bunch of players. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to try and want to work out early on which players you can beat and can't beat. Now you don't have much time to sit there once it starts and pick opponents. Okay, now I'm going to show you, obviously ignore this game mode, I'm going to show you what kind of happened to me when I first played. So I'm not going to win this or nothing, I'm just going to show you what happens. So here's the game, players found, you sit there and it tells you we're going. Okay, so now we've got some starting cards by the look of it. Round begins in this time. Okay, cool. Now, tip: before you start a blacktop challenge, make sure you have at least 15-16 energies. Okay, because there is absolutely no need for you to have to refill your energy using credits. Okay, just play some quick games, whatever it is, charge up your energies, come in here with at least 20 to be safe, but at least 15 to 20 energies, and you'll see why in a moment. Now, for the benefit of this game, I'm not going to play all the way through, because I'm only trying to give you an idea of how the game works. So this is what happens. Okay, come here, up here you've got the chat, which you can speak to people. Hey, I'm not going to bother saying much more because I'm not staying. And these are the cards I'm going to be using first of all. So you sit here, rewards are up here, and you kind of just sit here thinking, what the hell's going on? Okay, nothing you can do. What you can do is move your people around. I didn't do this to begin with because I didn't realise. See, oh, all my people are out of position. So centre in position. There we go. Why did it give me players out of position? I don't know. I don't understand. Okay, so that's done. Now, as you can see here, everyone is worth one VP because we have no idea. No one's played any games yet. Here's the countdown. So you pick an opponent. So you click on your opponent, and then you sit here like an egg. Right, click on myself. Okay, click on. What the hell? I realised once you click on, for example, Chester, you then have to click in the middle to get the game to go. Didn't know this first of all. You do that, time is still going. Me versus Chester. Okay, first game comes on. Now this is where you need to be bashing it straight away. One player. So let's just go out and use here. See what he's got. Okay, so as you see, we see epic cards. So I'm going to do this very quickly. He doesn't have good cards, so it doesn't really matter what I use. We're just going to quickly, come on guys, get this out. And we have seen that Chester has got an easy set of cards, so I'm going to face Chester again. Okay, that's going to be main. So Chester's up here somewhere. So bang. Oh, I missed Chester. I clicked. Who's this? Carey instead. Bugger. Let's hope Carey doesn't have a good deck. Okay. This is what happens as well. So we click on this one. Who are we up against? Okay, Epic Pro, bit better than Chester's, but nothing that's really going to challenge me. So we can play Chester or Carey. It doesn't make any difference. Click through. Game 2 done. Okay, so that's going to be two VP points, 2 wins, no games lost. Okay, or no rounds lost. So we click on either one of these two again. Click on it again, and we do the same thing. This is what you do. So this is where I say you need to button bash, because the idea here is I just click straight away, and as soon as the game's finished, I just click on the next one. I don't even have to look who plays who really, because I'm going to win. Even if I lose one of the quarters, I'm still going to win overall because the opponent doesn't have enough good cards to beat me. So tells me I've got a minute left. Round 3. Keep my mouse over here. Once again, we go over these two. Now I didn't learn that you had to do this until my second game, so this is why I was able to win the second game. But the first game, yeah, that first round, it was a minute and a half before I'd even managed to get into the game. I clicked it, I clicked off. I was like, what's it doing? Click on the chat, click on the question mark for rules, and like, what the hell is going on here? And then eventually I clicked on it and then I've just pressed around the screen. Happened to then touch it in the middle again, and it's gone in. I was a bit unlucky because I clicked on my own name and then clicked on my name in the middle, and that did nothing obviously, so then I didn't think to try again with someone else's name straight away. Okay, this will be the last one I'm going to get in, and this is the first round, so it's coming to an end. 3 minutes almost up. Want to get this game in. If not, then it will take it as, for example, 4 rounds and 1 quarter one, or 2 quarter ones, or whatever, depending how long. If you don't get to finish the match, it just wipes out. Okay, the game just goes, clears out. Get that locked in. Good. Sit here. Done. Okay, done. Calculating results. So down here, 5 points. You won 5 rounds. Okay. These guys with 0, I mean they won none or they didn't play. This is where we got. So we got 16 points for that, 60 for win, 48, 38, 27, 16 all the way around. So we're currently ranked in 5th. Okay, it's going to tell you this after 1 round. So we're going to have 5 rounds like that. Now, for round 2, this happens. The points will no longer be 1 point a person. Okay, this is the slam. One of my cards randomly get taken out. Great, my best card, obviously. I lost no games, therefore I don't lose any more cards. All my energy is drained. That's what that energy drain meant. And I got another random card. So, 5th place. Cards have a maximum of 95% energy. What the hell does that mean? If I click on my card here, and I go, okay, David Robinson. Let's use it. I'm going to use a team refill just to show you guys because I don't have the energies. So I refill everyone up, and they're done. I don't really understand what's this max refill energy. What? I'm confused. You know what does that mean? I don't really know. Well, what I learned it meant is it means that you can't see it here, but at the top of this there is a little red bar, and that little red bar is it's 5% basically this energy that my cards can't use, so they're not quite maxed out. Had I have won, I'd have less to use, basically less energy. So now people have different points based on their ranks. So Empty Brains, for example, is worth 5 points. So I'm going to try him straight away and see how difficult he is. Okay. So we come up here and we're going to play this to try and win. So I'm going to try and take the first game. He's one of my better cards against. Okay. So he's only got an epic there. So he doesn't have a great deck. So now I can just play against this guy. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play against him. Keep going as quick as I can. Now, his cards, because he was first last time, they'll have less energy. Okay, so this is how the game kind of balances it out. So he's worth the most points, but his cards have a maximum energy of, for example, I was penalised, but it's only a small amount. His cards will be literally penalised by 45% or something. So it makes it harder for him coming up against other people because, just click on this, because obviously his cards won't have the same power as they did in the first round, whereas because I finished like kind of ranked outside of the top 3 or 4, they don't give me such a great penalty. So when I'm trying to play this round against a guy who's, for example, worth quite a lot of points, it's a lot easier. As you saw there, he just had these legendary cards. You know, these epic pros, they're only throwing out 400-500. There you go, 300-400 powers. So their overall performance has been greatly reduced, which is good for me but not good for him. So it means he has to pick his opponents more carefully for the next round, and this is basically what you do for 5 rounds. Okay, so we come to the end of this round very quickly. Well, it's not quickly, is it? It takes its time. Plenty of clicking for me because I'm all going to try and do okay in this as opposed to just getting nothing. Now that I've started it, I might as well at least get some kind of reward from it. Although I don't expect to win it, but +5 is the most I could do here. So I have seen that Corey guy and who is the other one? Corey and like Castle or Casper or something else. 2 people getting to C anyway had decks that I could fairly easily beat. So I could always obviously go and attack them, but as you notice, their points are only +1 or whatever down near the bottom. So I don't get anything for beating them. I'm not going to finish. I'm not going to rank high in this round if I go for them. So the first game, risk it against someone. Try and find your feet. You know, as I found here, I don't really need to watch what cards I'm putting out because I can win overall. It's just a case of me clicking now to get it out. But for that first game, go for the highest person point, whatever it be, +5, +4, depending, and try and get the wins. Okay, if you can beat them, go for them again. If you can't, it's a struggle. Drop down to the person just below and do that. As you can see here, we've come second this time, 25 points. So we get 48 overall. That's going to put me, add my 16, it's going to put me, what, 64. The guy I see, Empty Brains, has come 4th this time because he's obviously struggled more to win. So now, what happens is, Dad Buck wins, so I lose another card. Another random card. It's going to be my best card, so here we go. Yeah, random. Yeah, it's random. Anyway, energy drained. Now what's it going to say? Second place. Cards have a may have a maximum of 95% energy drain. Okay, so if we look here, and I will use my Scottie Pippen for example. He's just come in 723, 711, 705, 750. But here, 474, all this, as you can see, all these little red bars here mean that that is energy that he can't be tapped into, so he can only use the yellow energy. So once I use a team refill here, all my cards from the game before are a lot weaker. If you can see that cap along them all, there you go. So that means that they can't use their full potential. So as a result, it's going to be harder for me to win matches now. All my cards have been capped. So yeah, this is why you want the energies. You have to use the energies each round. You don't want to keep using credits. You just have to the energies there. I mean, you're only going to use 16 energies pretty much. So that's unless you lose too many. Okay, so I come second. So we're going to go for Dad Buck. We're going to try Dad Buck. Notice now Dad Buck is only worth +3 for me. Okay, notice that because I finished high ranked up. So this is going to be hard for me to get the same number of points I did the previous round. So just to show you, first round I'm going to use one of my better cards to try and determine how good Dad Buck is. Okay, he's obviously got a penalty as well, as you can see, because he's got star cards and epic cards which aren't running at full pace. But if we just slow this one down, I can beat him without too much trouble, as long as I make sure that I use my cards in the correct order. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to keep going for Dad Buck very quickly. Come on, come on. Dad Buck. I'm going to start with one of my better cards to get that first win, to get that one of his best cards out of the way. I'll use another one of my better cards to get the second one. I'll use my you get one of my worst ones out of the way here, and then win the tag with the last cards. So game done. We click in the middle. We know up the top here is where it's going to be, so we want to click in. We go straight away into the next one. Then get the mouse down the bottom. Obviously, if you're using your finger on an iPad or an iPhone or anything, same idea. Get your finger in the right place to start clicking once it's done. Throwing out the cards. Okay, here we go. Get that double done. Once that's done, I know the last one's going to be single, so let's just click on him. Click, click, click. Round completed. Up comes the score. Go towards the top again because I'll be clicking straight on Dad Buck into the next game. And you're basically going to have 5 rounds like this, and at the end of it you're going to get points. Your points are going to tell you your points are going to tell you what your overall prize is, and then you're going to get either up to 200 points towards the Ultimate Creator, and you're going to get all those picks as well. Now the good thing about it is with the picks, obviously if you manage to get 75 or 120 picks, you're not going to get that many picks from playing 20 minutes in quick game. You know, you're going to get, if you manage to run say 2 matches a minute in quick game and you win them all, you're only going to get, you know, in 20 minutes you're going to get like 40 picks, maybe do a few more. You probably 50 picks is the best you could hope to get. So 75 or 120 in terms of actual picks as a reward to the time spent is pretty good. But obviously if you don't manage to finish in say that top 3, it's not really worth it for the picks you get and also for the points you get towards the event. So you do want to try and finish top 3. Now I don't know at the moment how many of these people in here are actually people playing. I'm going to assume quite a lot are bots, and the reason why I say that is because the games do start pretty quick, as you saw earlier, and there's no way with all these star cards I'd be coming up against a load of people that didn't have star cards, unless the game was just using bots and, you know, merging people together just to get the mode going. I suppose over the course of time, as more people get involved, you'll probably get more people in it. There's got to be a lot of bots in this. And that's just to fill it up, you know, that's just to get people using it. Now there are 2 schools of thought here. Okay, as you saw there, I didn't manage to do as well because I was only getting +3s, whereas when empty brains dropped down. So my other school of thought here, and I haven't been able to try it out yet, so I can't tell you for sure. And my other school of thought is I might I might have to try something out and then bring another video in the future on a tactic with this. I'm almost tempted to say that you want to lose a round and not do too well in a round, because what you do is you finish lowish in a round, so then in the next round you can come top, because the players at top will give you 5-6 points, for example, like I got before, whereas if you finish second, the guy above you is only giving you +3 points. So it's going to be harder if you finish top again. So you kind of try and win a round to get near the top. You then kind of come further down in a round, so then the next round the people at the top will give you more points, so then you win that round, then you fall down a round, then you win the last one. So here, for example, I know I can beat Empty Brains. And I'm getting +4 for playing him. With the previous round, because I finished second, I was only getting +3 for playing Dad Buck, who won. Now I've got waiting on network. Okay. Right, well, on that note, I'm going to give up with this anyway. So I'm going to take this off camera. I'm going to come back in a bit and just go over the Rivals Clash to finish off this video. I said I hope you can kind of see how Blacktop works. It looks a bit confusing. It is quite confusing, I think. I think it could be made so much easier and simpler to play, and worded better as well. Or there could be a tutorial, something, a walkthrough, anything to give people an idea of what you're meant to do. But we are where we are. And as you can see, when waiting on network happens, it just screws everything over. So with that said, anyway, I've just lost a whole minute of the gameplay. No idea what that's going to do for the end result. But with that said, anyway, I'm going to go finish this off, cut out, and I'll come back in once this is done, show you how I finish, and we'll go on to the Rivals Clash. So I'm going to segue out. See you all very soon. Okay, so we're back. I come third. I got 90 credits here, so I've gone from 290 up to 380. And as it says, I have to use my 58 picks before I can enter a new Blacktop challenge. Now, if I click on Ultimate Creator, I had a little look on the forum. There isn't really anything there which tells you how this works. It doesn't tell you that if you, for example, go to do the Ultimate at the end, if you get the points, do you consume all these cards? Are they just requirements? I'm going to assume they get consumed. But if you're consuming, say, this Sam Jones and consuming this Steph Curry card, you're going to be pretty upset if the reward you get is an epic card. So I don't really know how it works. I mean, what is this star card drop chance? I mean, is this what I'm thinking, and I could be wrong because I can't find them at the moment, which actually clarifies it, which is pretty terrible. I'm thinking that what happens is you pick any of these three. So I'm guessing basic will probably get you just the epic card. Super will get you the legendary card. Ultimate will get you the star card. So that's the reward, okay? Once you get 48,000 of these points, which is a lot to get, and you have all these requirements met, once you click create, you get one of these three cards. Okay, and then you can start again. You start again and you go again. So obviously once you've got all three, that'll be it done for the month. However, once you click create, you then get this star card drop chance in your normal game. So when it comes to that reset, in theory, it's now saying that you have you get the increase the star drop chance by feeding players from the team of the day into recipes. As you can see now, it's changed from the Mavericks, which it was before, to the Hawks. So let's come back, click on that, and let's see if I've got any in here that I can actually put in. No, none at the moment. Okay, so yeah, so what I think is that once you then click create, whatever percentage you have got here, that becomes your new drop chance in, say, for example, quick game. That's what would make sense. Now, the reason why I say that is because it's a lot of points to get 48,000 points. I mean, if you put it into perspective, if you say play 2 games an hour and you won both of them, that's 400 points. If you did that in the course of a day, you'd have to play for 10 hours to get 4,000 points, which means you'd have to play, in that thing, you'd have to play 12 days to even qualify to get one of these, which means over the course of a month, you wouldn't even be able to get all 3 of those cards like that. You'd have to put so much time in. It's unbelievable. So it can't just be, this can't be a star card drop percentage chance in here for these 3 cards, because there's no way anyone's going to sacrifice 2 legendary cards to end up with an epic card, are they? I mean, there'd be murders. So I'm guessing this has to go across to your normal game. So obviously the more you can build this up before you click create, the better. For a lot of people, they'll probably end up going for the super. This is the more realistic goal, 9,600, and give yourself that 5% star drop chance. That's what I'm imagining most people will try and go for. That's what I will do to begin with, and see how this first month goes. Maybe next month, if I find it I can do it, then I'll go for that ultimate, but realistically that's going to be pretty hard to do. So that's my take on the game, what I think happens, what I think it means. Once you do this, you click create, you get one of these as a random card, I think, okay? Now, if you do it in super, I think that it does get you out of the epics and puts you into legendary, but I will only know, obviously, further in the time. There'll be nobody yet who, well, I'm imagining nobody yet who's been able to complete a super, certainly not ultimate, but complete a super that can actually tell us. But I look forward to finding out what that actually does mean. Let's move on very quickly to the Rivals Clash, which is taking a bit of a back burner here. Bang, 2 teams. Come on, come on, come on. Tense competition. Warriors, Thunder. I'm going to go with Warriors. Warriors, I'm going to imagine, are going to cruise this because Curry's up top. Pretty easy, yep. So you've got Curry versus Westbrook for the 2 main cards, followed by Chamberlain and Kevin Durant there. So it's a big PCC weekend in WWE Supercard, and that's been my focus. So I'm probably only going to play this casually. So I'm not going to focus on the event. I'm very sorry. If we go down over here, you've got Chris Mullin and you've got Sean Kemp there if you're looking for legendary rewards. I don't know what I'm going to go for. I'm not really going to bother looking down here, because most people, I think, will probably go for the top 10,000 if you're playing the event. Try and get legendary card or foil, possibly that star card. For me, unfortunately, my priority is going to be in the other games. So I'm not going to play this. I would like to get a Curry card, to be honest with you, but yeah, there's top 500 isn't happening this weekend. So that's the event. The main focus on this was to show you some gameplay from Blacktop. To hopefully try and give you a couple of tips, like with the energies, like with the clicking and stuff, to let you do better in your first couple maybe than I've done, and also to try and show you my take on the rewards and what happens. But as I said, I want to emphasize again, currently as we're speaking, I've been onto the 2K forums, had a look around. There's no thread or like stick or anything from them on the game mode. There's just a couple of people asking and a few opinions and that kind of thing. So I'm not too sure. If anyone's got anything concrete, then please let me know in the comments, because I'd like to know. But other than that, I will be back over the course of the weekend, maybe with some more gameplay for this, maybe with some more answers. Probably not with too much in the way of the event, because I don't see myself playing it too much. Maybe just a little bit, passing the time. But also, I'm going to get to work on that season, and hopefully I'll be back with a season reward. I've been MyTyme. Thank you for watching. I know it's been a longer video. Just wanted to get this out there with a new mode. Let me know what you think of it. If you've played it, if you haven't, and you've seen me playing it, what are your thoughts of it, and what can we do to improve our chances of winning in the Blacktop Challenge? As I said, I have won one, but that was by trying to win every round. Is there a way to sandbag it? Is there a way to... because it gives you random cards, I think sandbagging is going to be difficult. But is there a way, like a tactic to it? Say win a round, lose a round, to kind of give yourself a better chance of winning overall. Let me know in the comments below. I look forward to reading them, and good luck in your gameplay. Good luck those of you that are going to go for the Rivals Clash. I hope you get what you want. I'm MyTyme, and I'll see you all very soon.